Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, Na'Vi versus NoPangolier Game 2. We've just seen the two lineups. We've got some fun ones as well. We've got a Legion Commander coming out on one side. We've got some Enigma, some Sniper coming out from Na'Vi. What do we reckon, Giannis? There is that Gyro IO opener of the side of NoPangolier, but Na'Vi definitely, as sort of the panel said, with a draft that I feel like they're going to be much more comfortable in terms of playing and multiple ways of winning the game rather than sort of the one-dimensional drow strat they tried in game 1.
Yeah, I think if they can actually like slow the pace down and not get overran in the laning phase and not just like let this Pugna, let this like Legion Commander dominate the lanes, then with that overbearing amount of team fight, they can actually be able to take this one. That being said though, I look at Io, Gyro, Pugna, they can actually do so much in this early game. If they get the ball rolling and they play at a fast pace, they can outpace those ultis. But they have to have a very, very good start in this game. And I love the sniper pick as well. They have very, very limited ways to actually get on top of him until they get, like, you know, the blink daggers and whatnot on the Legion Commander.
I mean, it's because there was sort of the longest of times where it felt that people just weren't playing the sniper. But we're seeing it sometimes. And, you know, we're hearing you sort of, you know, you guys, the good guys at Dota, saying that you like it. It's just, why was this hero sort of ignored for a long part? Like, what makes it so hard to sort of find a draft to make this sniper work?
I mean, he's really squishy.
Yeah.
He can die extremely easily from rotations, but now it's harder to do these rotations. They see the two supports. They saw the IO, the Shadow Shaman. Like, these two heroes getting on top of a sniper can be difficult. That being said, though, if they do get like Shadow Shaman with the blink dagger, he can. I've seen in situations where the sniper actually gets solo killed by Shadow Shamans in some situations. But so what lanes do we have set up here? We have a Weaver. Looks like going to be starting toward top to absorb that pressure. They do not want the Legion. They do not want their Enigma placed versus that Legion Commander, as Lizard was mentioning. It's an excellent, just amazing hero versus Enigma. Always being able to clear those Eidolons. You're tanky. I'm looking forward to a fast-paced game, though. A Legion Commander, a Pugna, a Shadow Shaman with Serpent Ward, just constantly trying to pressure those towers, setting Na'Vi off of their tempo. And NoPangolier have been very good at doing that and putting the pressure. You what? They're 7-0, right?
They are indeed. Yet to lose a game here as part of the Maincast Autumn Brawl competition.
Gets the range deny. Didn't get the range last hit with that decrep usage, but gets the deny.
And this lane as well in this 1v1, right? This is, you know, what Sniper should have the better lane, right?
Pugna's got a little bit more like damage, and you actually do so much damage. It's I actually don't see that matchup so much, but the damage is crazy from Pugna. And you can just force the lane in harder. You've got your blast, and you've got an incredibly high mana pool that you can constantly spam in.
But there is the sniper can eventually sort of threaten the life of the Pugna more than the Pugna can threaten a kill on the sniper, right?
I mean, it's going to be a battle of last hits. Whoever gets 6 first.
Yeah.
If Sniper gets 6 first, then he can have a pretty good chance of maybe trying to threaten a kill onto the Pugna. But if Pugna gets 6 first, he has pretty easy ways to kill the Sniper too, because there's no way to stop the life drain with that decrep. Right off the bat, Ghostic having a very good time in this lane with Slayer too. So much damage crystallized. Playing Weaver versus Shadow Shaman can be very scary. In the mid game too, there's gonna be that long duration lockdown that comes through, but in laning phase, Shadow Shaman is a beast. Those right clicks are not very nice to get hit by.
And it is interesting as well, you know, sort of, we had obviously that 7.19D, but heroes like Weaver, I mean, does the Weaver really care about the nerf? What was it, extra 10 mana cost on Shukuchi? Sure, you can say it adds up, but I don't really see that change deterring people picking Weaver where they would have picked Weaver before.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, it's a small little change. I think the experience talent is like the big one, right? Like that 35% experience is crazy. But this was a small little patch, which I don't think everyone was really kind of expecting. Everybody's like, where's that big patch? But they were trying to address some slight things.
Yeah. I just don't. I'm hoping they go back to sort of the old ways of nerfing heroes by buffing others. Top lane.
Staying invis, they cut the tree. Slayer dropping low.
He could be taken down. He's got the Mango. Another Zap actually on the Crystallize. Crystallize has the stick charges. He's going to come back in with one more Shukuchi. Goes for the right clicks, but Slayer did already get the salve going. So Slayer will make sure that he doesn't give up first blood in this top lane.
If NoPangolier gets a Sentry Ward in this top lane ever, it's going to be really tough for them, for Na'Vi, because they both rely on their invis quite a lot. Right now we see this Quelling Blade by Ghostic has cut down every single tree of this poor Chu Tree Protector. And they should have a very good time up here. They should get so much farm. Bottom is also looking pretty secured for the Gyro.
Mid lane's at absolute dead even lane. Yep. At the moment, it literally couldn't get any closer. It's 13 for 6, 11 for 5. I mean, I'm sure 2 CS, it could be a little, but it's even. These guys are trading farm. both having a grand old time in this sniper versus Pugna matchup. The Jara IO, something that we've seen across a few regions really, but mainly really I feel like SEA really were the big regions where they were picking out the Jara. Of course, we saw some of the NA teams at TI as well liking it.
Yeah, I mean, the TI meta got like set while we were all, none of us, like all the casters and stuff, we weren't there just yet, and everyone just, the drafts completely changed from what we expected, right? The Wraith King just popped up every single games, and like these IO gyros, if it was left, would get picked up too, so a meta was developed. Strengths were recognized. This is Crystallize, only 10 last hits, so he's the only core that's actually getting left behind a bit at the start. As there is also 7 denies on Slayer. You know, we talked about those right clicks from the Shadow Shaman. They are definitely building up there. Mid lane, we do see the Phoenix is positioned here. Maybe try to set up or something. But as it is a haste rune right now in the Pugna, he will back up, salve up, get cancelled by the Shrapnel, as we still see Seneko wanting to try to go for something here.
Yeah, could potentially find it if Solar comes down and into the river, but he's
playing safe.
See how far he comes out with this wave, because that could be the demise of him. But no, as you say, yeah, he's really keeping himself close to that tier 1 tower.
He didn't see bottom. Like the Phoenix just disappeared from down bottom, so he knew that it was like probably up top or up down in that middle lane that he was going to get gone on. His bounties will be spawning. NoPangolier will secure themselves too. So he 2 for 2. I mean, this Legion Commander, look at this Ghost Stick is really pulling far ahead now.
He is. I mean, as you said, sort of overall, it's very close, but a slight lead on these side lanes really favoring NoPangolier.
Yeah, and the little bit of pressure that, you know, Seneko did, having this ward down now too, and just constantly threatening toward that mid lane, now we're seeing the sniper pull ahead at least a bit more.
I'll try for the dive on mid now. Solar will be fine. Bit of harassment from Seneko to try and allow Arc to break ahead a little bit in farm. Top lane, they managed to actually find the Shackle. On to Crystalliz's Weaver here. Do they have enough damage with the burst? Crystallize pops the stick charges, but Ghost Stick's there with the chase down and can't quite get it.
Those Fire Spirits by Seneko coming in clutch.
I keep Crystallize safe and alive.
Yeah, they got the Dispel, but they slowed down the Shadow Shaman's attacks as Blizzy bottom getting chased out. He is looking pretty dead.
Try to juke it. Won't save himself. First blood for NoPangolier's Naive. Gets the kill. The Gyro IO combo coming into play with the ability to sort of dive in and get on top of you.
They're having a great time down bottom.
Free farm.
Yeah, absolute free farm. I mean, the Legion Commander too having this very nice start. Definitely off to exactly what we were talking that they needed to kind of do. Just have these lanes go well. Play at that fast pace once they are able to. Gonna go for the drums first on Naive. We've seen that a couple times, of course, on these gyros when you're paired with the IO. Well, you only really see gyro paired with the IO, but lets you play at that fast pace and set the tempo, which is what they want to be doing with their draft. This phase boost finished up for Ghost Stick. Put that pressure on the laning phase still. And Crystallizes, yeah, Crystallize is going to be very squishy for a while.
Mid lane against Seneko trying to make these sort of dive plays, but not getting away with it. As Sylar is more than okay, and Seneko ends up just taking quite a bit of damage back himself, and Assassinate will be thrown out by Arc. But coming towards this mid lane and not really doing a whole lot for the sniper at the moment, as he is able to sort of continue trading farm.
He's secured him. He's
getting a little bit ahead, actually. Yeah, he is starting to get a little bit of a break. But top lane, the Hex indeed, but Crystallize still gets the kill. Bottom lane, Assassinate Arc comes in with a rotation and will be able to punish the Gyro Naive for that aggressive play. So Na'Vi.
Yeah, a bit of an overextension there. They went very deep forward for Blizzy. Didn't really expect that rotation from Arc.
Oh, so he's out of mana. He's got the good amount of regen coming out. Clarity, Infuse Raindrop, and the bottle ready for that middle lane. Now done on Solar.
I like the build coming up from Slayer this game too. He's got this 1-1-2 build, so that extra lockdown coming in. They're just trying to emphasize holding that Weaver in place. And Ghost Stick is going to hit 6 very soon. They can definitely threaten here with a duel.
Oh, he's got it straight up.
He was going to try. Yeah, he was really going to try.
He was absolutely going to go for that, but Crystallize quick with the Shikuchi. But they certainly have to be careful, as you say. A mass amount of lockdown now already. Throwing that duel into the mix.
Heavy rotations now from Na'Vi down toward bottom. This smoke coming in. They want to try to go for Naive here again too. Blizzy's got level 6.
He's good moving in. The Malefice is there, sort of slowing Naive down as Blizzy can close the gap. He's not messing around. Goes for the black hole. Has the control needed to kill off the Gyro. Slayer does come in with the TP, but they end up losing the Courier as well. As Na'Vi getting a good couple of picks there. The carry and the Courier.
That is, I mean, those are excellent moves there. Sure, the sniper loses the mid tower because of this, but these double rotations, right? Now Naive has just died twice back-to-back, and we were talking about he was getting absolute free farm.
He was. He's been slowed down a bit now by Na'Vi with these plays.
And they lost their Courier too from that DD room the sniper did have.
Top Ghostic. Well, back off. Is on his own now. Well, obviously with Slayer TPing down towards the bottom, so unable to sort of make any aggressive plays onto Na'Vi for now.
Nico trying to get just some farm on the map. Not wanting to show where he is either. No, doesn't really have a lane to take now. Mid lane a bit too threatening. Pugna gonna start making those rotations around and giving Slayer the mid lane to get those levels. It's top, the duel.
He goes for it. And he's got the blast and the life drain, but it's not quite enough damage to get the kill in the duel. Does still get the kill at the end of the day. Of course, still no level 6 on the Weaver. So they find the pick off. Doesn't get that plus damage, but still, a kill is a kill.
They can threaten the tower now too. That's a pretty big kill. Pugna always going to be able to set that pace, just like we were talking about. They want to be quick, getting those tier 1s. Crystallize will come back up here to try to defend this for a bit. The Pugna Blast going to really just chunk down that tower over and over again.
To get a lead seed on him, but of course, yeah, Ghostic's there. With the save, the heal, keeping Solo safe. 3-3, 10 minutes in. A bit of a slow start from both sides. So a 1k lead for NoPangolier. As we'll see sort of how things change once they have the opportunity to really find these relocations. They do have to relocate online. It's a lot of it's down to finding an opening with either the Shaman or the Legion. Getting that opening initiation and lockdown, allowing time for relocate to come in. But it certainly is a potent combo if they do find that chance to make that sort of player. And in terms of response from Na'Vi, still obviously yet to have the 6 on the Phoenix. They don't have quite the black hole available at the moment.
Na'Vi has to be prepared with like a little bit extra heroes if they are trying to defend some of these towers when the Pugna does show up to push, because like you said, the relocate could just come up from behind, and then the numbers advantage in theory should mostly be NoPangolier's. As they don't have black hole still on Na'Vi, so some farm coming out, people picking up tomes. Once this drum comes up for the Gyro, you'd have to imagine NoPangolier, they're just going to really turn up that pace. Look to keep pressuring the lanes. Na'Vi. Set up now down bottom. They used the smoke on Taneko just to get some vision out. Just to watch if there's any type of reaction while they are doing this push down here. And it should be black hole available soon for Blizzy. Ghostic, gonna be the one there to de-push. Quick nuke, lots of damage onto Arc. Those Eidolons still alive just a little bit. As the push continues.
We'll see if anything else comes down over the Ghostic, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Just Ghostic alone.
They're setting up for the push top with the Gyro and the IO. There could be a relocate play if they want to bring down someone else down here. Ghostic right now looks like he's still just nuking for time being. And they're going to just go for tower trades.
Yeah, not even. So it's able to secure the top, and Arc in response gets himself the bottom.
They're worried about doing any relocate plays when they don't see the Phoenix as well. Like a black hole, Phoenix, tree ulti, just like Panel said. Na'Vi has an insane amount of teamfight if they do have the heroes there, and everything is available for them.
Well, we're going for tier 2-2 here on NoPangolier as they keep pushing forward.
Do they have any sentries ready? They're actually
still
committing the wards.
Yeah.
Sniper poured it in.
He's going to get hexed, cooldown, shackled. Sniper's just poured it into his immediate death. As Naive gets the kill, they do get the supernova up, but the relocate's going to be out straight away, keeping Naive safe. So they lose Slayer. They'll almost certainly lose the IO as well on the return. And they do not get the tier 2 tower, but they kill the sniper.
They kill the sniper, they force a lot of reaction. It's okay, I mean, seems pretty okay, losing the 2 supports for a sniper and almost 1,000 damage on tower. They got wards placed during all that as well.
Yeah, yeah. Made the Phoenix use supernova as well, so Still all good things for NoPangolier. Keeping this lead this game, 2K advantage, and certainly being the team that can have that bigger impact with the amount of pressure they can put on, considering their lineup at this 13-minute mark of the game.
His gyro is just incredibly farmed, and when Legion Commander is going to have Blink Dagger any moment now if he doesn't already, or if she doesn't already.
Oh yeah, she can start off the fights very successfully.
Yep, pretty much already done. So they can look for those setup plays.
Oh, they'll rotate down towards bottom.
Such a good relocate there by Zayed, saving Naive.
It was, yeah.
That was
it got
so
him
clutch.
out. I mean, just in time as the whole of Na'Vi sort of collapsed in on that defense. And yeah, here's that blink from Ghostic. So now Na'Vi having to be very careful, especially with Ark's positioning on the sniper. They cannot afford for him to get jumped, as he will get bursted very easily. Anytime, so the Gyro and the Pugna's there, just so much magical damage that he does not have the HP to sustain.
All 5 of NoPangolier down here, Snako. Jumping forward.
Starting to try and bring down the Gyro a little bit. I mean, with the sun rate, it's getting pretty low. Ghostic's got to blink in, give him the quick heal.
They're able to defend with that.
Yeah, they'll split back up. Sailor TP's away. There's NoPangolier showing that they aren't quite interested in taking an attempt at pushing, whilst they're aware that Na'Vi does have the full 5-man available for defense, and understandably so. There's the Black Hole, Overgrowth, Supernova. It is a lot of team fight, and in comparison, you know, you look at the team fight that NoPangolier have, it's pretty much the Gyros combo, and sort of, you know, some AoE push being thrown into there. But a full 5-on-5 team fight is never really going to be easy for NoPango to take. They're all about just finding these global setups and quick pickoffs and cute little outplays with the relocates.
Yeah, they're about just like splitting up the map and looking for a number advantage plays. I think that's the full Maelstrom now finished up on the sniper, so his damage is going to be much higher. This IO is going to have some trouble in the team fights, as it's already kind of been. Weaver plus sniper being able to just go for him easily. And top, though, they're looking to really take down this tier 2. Naive with that first item, BKB. Going to be picked up relatively soon.
Ward down behind the tower, and that's going to give them the vision to jump in straight away onto the sniper. Ward's drop down as well, as they will get themselves the kill. Get the sniper, double kill from Ghostic. In fact, they can look to take down the egg as well, and they've got the clicks to do so. They get the egg. Naive still alive, healed up by Ghostic, as Na'Vi have lost 3 heroes. They've lost the tier 2 tower. They'll lose Chu as well, as he's stuck in the trees. As that's the fight that NoPango want to take. The perfect jump in. I do believe Ghostic didn't win the duel. I don't think, he didn't kill the sniper in time, but still, it gets the job done.
They start the fight with a numbers advantage because of their vision behind the tower. They get that quick jump forward, and Sniper just dies. And look at this, it's 16 minutes, they're taking a tier 3.
Na'Vi can't do anything to stop it. I believe Black Hole was actually thrown down in the midst of that fight.
Everything was.
And it didn't do anything for them.
They got the perfect wraparound to get the sniper. Yeah. That's the majority of the damage that's going to be coming in for Na'Vi. He just had picked up the Maelstrom and died immediately.
I think that wall was sort of placed there from previous attempts up on top, so nicely done. I think maybe even when the relocate play was made by the IO to sort of get out, he dropped a ward on the way out.
Yep.
And it absolutely paid dividends there for the setup for that sort of play to come in later on in the game, as it did from NoPangolier.
And now they have a full BKB on Gyro. Look at that net worth. He can just zoom in onto that sniper from this look. Drums, phase boots, BKB, he just runs into the back lines, and now
there's
the Phoenix egg is not going to be as protected.
Oh yeah, it's dead every time. I mean, is it still level 1 egg?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
imagine, right, at this stage of the game, and still for a fair few levels. So you can't egg in these fights unless they're in a black hole.
Yes, or if they're trioed.
Or if they're trioed.
If they can get the combo.
You've got to make sure that one of those two gets in. And as we've seen so far, Overgrowth from Black Hole have just been, not really any sort of crazy team fight changing abilities. They just haven't been able to get in position to do something big with them, with the way that NoPangolier is jumping upon Na'Vi piece by piece.
Yeah, just fast plays.
Yeah.
Poor Ghostic didn't get the duel again, but
yeah, still lacking on duel damage.
Doesn't matter. Doing his job.
He really is. You can't fault him the way that he's been playing, but yeah, not quite having the backup to get these kills in time.
They're making their way in the pit now too already.
I mean, with the BKB and Gyro, as we said, there's very little that threatens them around this pit. You head over, you know that Naive's going to get the combo off, and he's going to be able to punch back pretty hard.
This bug is helping them a little bit too here, Roche. Getting that minus armor applied.
They're a little scared of it, though.
There's all that team fight. There's duel coming out. They got crystallized.
They find him straight away. Ghostic gets him outside of the pit and up on the high ground. Chu's been dusted as well. And that, of course, will be some bonus damage for Ghostic on the Legion Commander. As straight away, Na'Vi, they've lost 2 heroes. NoPangolier can go straight back towards the pit. I mean, Blizzy's around. He's got money, but he's still yet to invest in either the Blink Dagger or the BKB. So no real way actually on him to get into the fight to find the black hole, which he still doesn't have for 20 seconds or so. There'll be a buyback from Chu, as they do want to try their best to make sure that NoPangolier do not get this Roshan. And NoPangolier, they are playing very safe. We sort of saw this in game 1. They don't want to commit to the Rosh, even though they do sort of have the strength. And as I say, it's still very hard for the big threat, the black hole, to actually come in and get on top of them. But they're backing out of the pit and they're going back to lanes.
They're respecting the team fight around the pit. It's like, that's a bit scary. It can be. The tree can walk in. The Phoenix Egg can get placed in really good position for you not to be able to hit it. Just can be quite scary. They'd already committed their Shadow Shaman Wards. Their duel was already used to. They were playing it calm and patient.
And I like this as well. You sort of saw Blizzy, I think he was holding off. He was like, do I get the Blink or the BKB? He goes for sort of the higher risk but the much greater reward play. He gets the Blink Dagger first, because in situations like that, you could see, now that there's the threat of the Blink Black Hole, he gets on top. Sure, it might get cancelled by the Shaman, but that's pretty much it in terms of an instant cancel. It's what the Shaman and, sure, a duel if it gets him from an awkward angle. But
or a missile.
Or a missile, but that takes a lot of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he can still get a lot done with a Blink and not having a BKB if he finds good positioning on this Enigma.
I mean, their job as a tree and Enigma is to protect the egg. They have to try to just disrupt it when they are trying to hit it, and that's exactly what a Blink can do on that Enigma. And I'm assuming it's going to be the Blink on the tree whenever he gets the gold.
Absolutely.
It's not quite there, of course, though.
So I'm looking to see if we can get something big out of this, because they're smoked up. They've got 10 seconds left on the smoke. They're going to find them here as they come round. He can go for the black hole now, and he certainly will. Jumps in, gets Slayer, gets Sailor as he gets the 2 of them. Two down, but indeed Ghostic striking back. Has he got the damage to bring down Ark? He has not, as the Supernova successful. Seneko gets it off. They get the stun. They're taken down 3 from NoPangolier. Naive is having to BKB and retreat as he backs off. They do kill Arg, but overall, Na'Vi able to take 3. And this is what we're talking about, getting that Blink Dagger on the Enigma. He gets in straight on top of 2. They do start they relocate in. They want to desperately try and take this fight, but they've already lost 2 of their heroes. The Supernova successful because of this control that Na'Vi have around the Phoenix. And Na'Vi come out on top.
The IO just died to all the massive AoE damage that there was, just like you're talking about. I mean, the Supernova, there's shrapnel coming around. He died immediately after that he did relocate in that gyrocopter. They did end up finishing the sniper in the backlines, though. I believe the Pugna came in and gave him a blast.
Yeah, it was very, very low after the duel, and indeed that last bit was there to push him over the edge.
The one thing is that they committed absolutely everything.
Sure, and now they're like, well, we can go Roshan. We're back up, we've all respawned. The Pugna did buy back, they've got the wards. So this is the thing, you know, Na'Vi, they were behind, they won a team fight, but in the greater scheme of things, Roshan's now being threatened by NoPangolier. And without the black hole, Supernova and Overgrowth, it is a lot harder for Na'Vi to fight around the pit. We'll see how careful NoPango plays. Slayer goes for the Hex. He does have to jump in as well from Ghostic, as Ghostic has the duel. Can they get the kill in time? They can't. As Seneko, he's going to be the one to win this battle as he gets the kill. Will lose his own life. But again, Na'Vi, they've found 2. Assassinate, not enough to finish off Zayat.
Ark had perfect positioning up there in the team fight. I mean, he's on the high ground, everyone else is on low ground.
And Blizzy.
Roche is dropping low.
Just get the Midnight Pulse. Is there any way they can sort of get in themselves on the side of the Dire? There isn't. As Naive will get the Aegis, get the Roshan kill, and Assassinate is going to be held back. He turns his attention towards Sailor. Does cancel the Light Drain, and Crystallize actually able to kill off the Pugna. As Crystallize gets the kill, can he escape? He can. He's got a homing missile headed his way, but he should be fine as the Shrine is available, as he'll Shikuchi over and heal himself back up. So again,
they finally get it.
They get the Roshan, they get the Aegis, but again, Na'Vi's sort of taking these trades. And they're getting themselves that bit of money to sort of climb back into the game. As you can see on the numbers, it's bang on even, 13-13. The net worth even as it could be at the moment.
Yeah, that even. I mean, Ghostic in these last few situations, if he had a Blade Mail finish there, he'd be able to do a lot back to them, but not quite able to without that.
And at this point of the game now, where Seneko, he's got the same amount of dual damage as Ghostic, I believe. I think Ghostic's 1-1 duel, and now Seneko's 1-1 himself.
I believe so. The important thing is too his levels. They've been winning these fights. Seneko, well, not like win. It's a kind of these trades, but Seneko lived. He's level 13 now. He's got that level 2 egg. How's Ghostic's Blade Mail looking? He was very close to it for a while, but died a couple of times.
Look at this already, Chu. He's just charging straight in. He's got the overgrowth. They're going to jump forward. Naive just got the BKB out, but they've got the control. Blizzy with the black hole, holding down the gyro. Zayas gets taken down. They take the Aegis straight away from the gyro. There's going to be the jump in from Ghostic, looking to try and make the duel happen, but he's going to lose this duel as well as now Chu. He's won a duel too. Naive gets taken down. Na'Vi picking NoPangolier apart one by one. Slayer, he's going to drop the wards, goes for the Hex onto Snake Up, but the jump force there from Blizzy with the Malefice, crystallizes the damage with the chase down. This is a triple kill for the Weaver. They'll farm up the Serpent wards as well, as Na'Vi outplaying NoPangolier in these team fights. That was, as we saw, Gyro, he had the Aegis, but they get these jumps, and they really are pulling it off perfectly. The Overgrowth, Black Hole, and Supernova, the way they're using them after one another, they're getting everything off successfully every single time. Yeah,
and that was also an Arcane Rune, if I'm not mistaken, on the Enigma. So the frequency of that will be up again, and this, the overbearing amount of team fight is really looking good for Na'Vi. This is how they beat Secret with this Tree Phoenix, and they're executing it again here. Very close, much closer though. This one's very, very close still.
We'll see it again. The sort of the start of Chu just throws himself straight in. It looks like he's almost going to die. Forces the BKB out, and then bam, Supernova, Blizzy, he's got the go-ahead to just control that gyro and make sure that during that BKB, the gyro cannot successfully hit the egg and take it down. Ghostic trying to desperately come in and find this duel, but the living armor, Chu had already got it on himself, so he doesn't die. He wins the duel, and then it just all fall apart. Even an added bonus here, Slayer throwing down his Serpent wards, Na'Vi able to kill him off, kill his wards as well. It really couldn't have gone any better there for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I mean, Ghostic's just underestimating that. He is blinking forward, dueling, and then the tree punches him and roots him. Yeah. So he can't attack during that at all. Costly not having that Blade Mail. Couple deaths really adding up. Yeah, just great positioning there coming in from all of Na'Vi to get all those ultis off. Control that very, very farm gyrocopter.
And it really just is, it really does feel that we're just not seeing NoPangolier able to really do enough when Na'Vi don't have the ultimates. We saw sort of at the last attempt, when it was during this sort of downtime of the long cooldown ults, they were able to get Roche, but they still actually lost a team fight around the pit, even though Na'Vi didn't have the ults available.
It took them a long time to get the Roche, even though they kept committing forward. They had to commit Serpent Ward several times. And there's just so much team fight on the side of Na'Vi. Time and time again, it just seems like they've always got at least one or two of those ultis up. This time they had all three. And yeah, like I said, I think I did see that right. It was Enigma with an Arcane Rune, so he's gonna have it up again very soon. At level 15, he takes the GPM talent rather than going for that cooldown talent.
Yeah, we do sort of see that bin. Yeah, people do change their mind on what's the hot one to go for at the moment.
It's fine too, right? Like, I mean, they're both very good talents. The GPM one just lets them catapult forward to a BKB faster, and then they have nothing. They have, like you said, the really hard to land, like duel. It's just nearly impossible to land on a BKB Enigma.
Again, apologies for this pause, ladies and gentlemen, as we look to get ourselves on with this game. 1-0 lead at the moment for NoPangolier in this best of 3, but this game too, certainly looking like Na'Vi have got a much better chance of securing themselves a victory here. Yeah. As we are seeing them just sort of, as the panel expected as well, just Na'Vi able to just show off a little bit more with this lineup. It's not sort of the one track, let's draft Drow, win lanes, win the game. Oh, we didn't win the lanes, oh, we're going to struggle with winning the game. It is this lineup that allows you a lot of different ways to play. They've got a lot of different answers and ways to utilize the heroes in the team fights that we're seeing that they're having great success with.
Yeah, and they addressed the draft, right? Yeah. They pick this Weaver and their Sniper, which is amazing versus this poor IO. You see the Ion constantly in these teamfights trying to stay on the outskirts of the tether, but he just gets collapsed on pretty easily, and then Sniper's ranged, just able to bring him down. Yeah, just way too much teamfight. They have to be able to try to get the numbers advantage or get those like quick jumps like we saw earlier. Like jump, try to find that Sniper before the fight starts to reduce their damage. Or at least somebody. Take out the egg, take out either the Enigma. They have to try to find one of those before the fight starts, because yeah, fighting into all three, as we're seeing, is way too difficult.
Yeah, they've got to find a pick-off to start things off. Because as I say, even when they find the team fights, when they don't have the ults, still the 5v5 proves to be quite difficult for them here. Still just a bit of a wait. Looks like we are just having a connection problem with one of the players.
I thought you needed the pause. I thought this was for you, Owen.
It is. No, for the giveaway. I think we had a giveaway.
Is it a
going on,
giveaway
didn't we?
pause?
There was a giveaway. It came up, so ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the prize is for the giveaway. I think it's Arcanas.
I don't know.
believe
I think it's
someone said
Arcanas. Yeah, I remember seeing
Arcanas you can get.
Jimmy was trying to farm
Jimmy
Arcanas
was
in the
trying to
chat.
win Arcanas.
Yeah.
He's probably in there right now.
I'm gonna pop in there.
Have a
right now.
check. Well, we're on a bit of a delay, so you won't quite see it yet. But
I
you,
won't see it
you
yet.
could, dude.
Maybe I'll get there
You
in
could be
time.
the first to do it.
I might be able to do it ahead of time.
We can beat chat.
Oh, the game's
Oh,
back
the
on. We
game's
can't.
up.
We're not allowed to now.
Yeah, we could utilize this power. We can pre-type. I don't believe it's the first to press it, and I'm pretty sure it isn't. It's a random.
I think
It's random.
We're not gonna join anyway.
But chat, just to be safe, I mean, you guys should just spam ! giveaway all the time.
Isn't it Maincast?
It would probably improve the quality of the chat.
I think it's hashtag Maincast.
I believe you're actually right. It's not exclamation
Or
mark giveaway. It's
exclamation point
exclamation mark Maincast.
Yeah.
You're right. No, it's exclamation mark Maincast. Let's keep it spamming, chat. I'm sure one of you lads or ladies will win something, win an Arcana.
Look at Crystallize. After a slowed down start, 6-2-7, level 18 on the Weaver. Whew. They've also already have the Spirit Vessel finished on Seneko, so versus that Pugna, versus that Io, they can reduce a lot of that healing that could come out. He's level 14 now already on Phoenix from these last 2 successful fights. High-level Phoenix is not a thing to be trifled with. Zayats is level 13 too, so he was getting close to 15. Seneko.
They're trying to go for it, but indeed, Blizzy and Seneko are there to back up Crystallize. They had to pop a cooldown and a back off, as Vega cannot go for that, as they were eyeing up the Weaver.
Say Vega?
Couldn't get a jump in.
You said Vega.
I said Vega.
Vega. You fell for the name. You fell for the name.
There's Odeon, there's Whites, there's Vega.
I did it yesterday.
All of these. What else do the other two got? Oh, what's the Gyro rocking? He's not rocking a tag at all. He's just naive.
Not? I see what you did there.
I mean, I didn't, but sure, I'll take it. Oh, we've got 2 Odeon. We've got Ghost Stick and Slayer.
So now Ghost Stick actually has a Blade Mail now, so he's not just a walking duel. He can actually contribute some more damage into the fight with that. As we saw like so many times in the last few, he could have actually maybe killed somebody if he did have that Blade Mail.
Definitely could have. He's got close both times.
Now,
as I say, Chu's walking around +10. Seneco's got a +10. There
BKB.
is more dual damage on Na'Vi than there is on NoPangolier.
BKB Enigma. That is a big problem now for NoPangolier.
There's absolutely no answer to it. Does the Io doesn't have a helm this game, does he?
I believe he just had mech queued up.
Yeah, so no helm.
No way to get that
so
troll
no
creep.
troll summon. Yeah, there's literally no way to answer it. If he gets a BKB Black Hole, it's going to be as deadly as ever. Ghost Stick was thinking about going for a duel, but they're going to hold him down with the Overgrowth, and Crystallize has the damage to kill him as they just get both of them again. Na'Vi. Quick 2 kills. There's NoPangolier. They are letting this game start to slide away from them, as Na'Vi are in prime position to push on the top lane, take more towers away from NoPangolier.
Yep, and Seneko continuing to be there for all the kills, getting all that experience for this Phoenix. Level 15 talent comes into play, more Spirit Vessel charges too. NoPangolier, they have a ridiculous amount of sentries on their side of the map, but this Treant Protector on the opposite side of the map is having a very good impact of finding those grabs. That's a lot of sentries.
There we go. That is the beautiful one. They've got the Tether Grant Scepter bonus now.
Yep, the combo. This is literally why you pick the IO with the Gyrocopter. Yeah. So this is where they get to be much, much stronger, as Naive is still really staying at the top of that net worth very, very nicely. And now he's going to have the crucial items that you absolutely need versus that tree and that Phoenix. You need BKB as well as that Manta, even if it doesn't feel that great having to get these type of items.
Because it's... is it surprising the Knife just doesn't go for the Maelstrom at all? Well, hold that as Blizzy. BKB, Black Hole, can he kill him off in time? Zayat's falling low, the Assassinate's coming in, Zayat does get popped. Knife to get the BKB off and is able to back away. Chu looking to set up with potential overgrowth, but won't find the opportunity to do so. Slayer actually gets the Hex, the Blast, the Shaman Ward's down as well as they look to find the kill onto the Weaver, but the Living Armor, is it enough to keep it safe? It isn't.
It's not.
They've lost the Weaver. Assassinate. Arc finds a second. Double kill for the Sniper as he snipes down another. As they will still take the advantage again in this team fight, Na'Vi finding 3.
But Crystallize gets handled by Slayer with the Shadow Shaman. That was really ballsy. He just jumped forward.
He was so close to being saved. That Living Armor nearly protected him long enough to get the time lapse out after the shackle. But
yeah, that was. I mean, at least NoPangolier got something out of that one there. It was a very costly team fight for them again, as we've been seeing time and time again. At Na'Vi, they just always have. They've got the numbers there and they've got their ultis.
And if Blizzy pushes forward, Ghost Stick could go for this, but actually Blizzy, he's going to jump in. Naive, he hasn't got a BKB, he's just straight up fed.
And now Ghost Stick too, and the IO.
He blinked into that. Ghost Stick.
He's
running.
Zayats also gets away. He's got Blink up in 3.
Blizzy, can he chase this down? He cannot. Oh, no, he's fine. There's going to be the relocate back in, from Zayats.
Yeah, he's trying to bail him out on that relocate.
Na'Vi, they're finding a lot of good fortune. The scared that's getting thrown their way. Ark's getting bigger and bigger.
He is, absolutely massive on this sniper already. Just always being able to send the backlines. Everybody else is giving him that luxury because they're jumping in. Phoenix dives forward, Enigma blinks forward, Treen's giving all the information, so he just peeps from the backlines. His Slayer, ooh, gets saved by that tether.
Gotta be careful,
That
each and every
overcharge.
time, just getting sniped down for so far. They've got a lot of damage from range, Na'Vi, between the sniper and Phoenix.
Yep.
And I like this as well from Seneko this game, rushing the Aghanim Scepter so he has that save for his cores if they do get jumped on. You know, we sort of talked about the weakness of cores like the sniper. If you get on top of him, he'll die pretty easy. The Weaver as well, if you lock him down, he'll fall. But with the Aghanims on a Phoenix, you've got that second life, and we've seen as well, it's a pretty reliable one because this game, with the overgrowth and the black hole, you can be pretty sure that Seneco's going to find the avenue to get that egg off successfully without it being popped.
Yeah, and even just the extra hits it even adds is pretty significant versus this team. Like we were looking, it's like IO Gyrocopter with the IO Gyrocopter with overcharge. They're the ones who can hit it like safely. Legion Commander walking into an egg is not very likely. And I believe Tree should be getting close to a Blink Dagger soon too if he doesn't already have it. So yeah, just several ways to protect that egg.
And I mean, there will be more catch coming out from NoPangolier's lineup with Sela. He's on the Pugna queued up a Hex.
Hex, right?
To just straight go after the Blink. But again, as we're saying, once the Axe is down the Phoenix, they've got good answers for people being jumped on and being locked down. So it doesn't sort of matter how much more lockdown you add into this. Na'Vi have got answers for it. And Na'Vi now, around the pit, they've got all their ultimates ready to go. This is a very hard place for NoPangolier to get into now, especially as they are now 7,000 gold behind. Na'Vi with a very strong lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's like an impossible place for them to really fight. Seneko gonna jump forward for Slayer.
Got the Hex, but Slayer, he's on his own. Free kill for Na'Vi as they'll take the Roche. No trouble whatsoever. NoPangolier just trying to do something in response, pushing out this bottom lane. They get a tier 1 tower, but Na'Vi continuing to make the greater trades as this game goes on, as Aegis will be picked up on Arc and Cheese into the hands of Crystallizer's Weaver. It's a very tricky game for NoPango to play.
Yeah, they have very limited resources now to be able to catch, in particular, this Weaver. When the Lincolns was picked up quite a while ago, and it's really hard for them to get him. Like the duel was the best option. They just don't have that now. It's going to be really difficult for them to break that, as I believe a relocate comes forward from Zayats.
They've got a missile out to Seneko. They did pop a dust. They won't quite see Crystallize. As Crystallize keeps his distance, the missile connects, but not really anything they can do to follow it up, as they are going to have to just relocate back away from Na'Vi. Such a hard... They can't take a 5v5. They have to just go for these split plays. As they are, with the Gyro IO, they did get relocated back towards the bottom lane, so at least they can put some pressure onto the tier 2 there. But Na'Vi's going to be pushing in hard and fast on this top.
Yeah, and it's like, look at this, level 18 Enigma, level 18 Phoenix also. This team fight that was already ridiculously strong, now even stronger is... But I think there was a TP down bottom from Crystallize. With the tree already setting up, and there is a Blink Dagger on Chu, on the Train Protector. So he could look to maybe try to get an overgrowth here. And they can set up for this.
It's not a bad shot, as there is no relocate.
Yeah,
so
there is a Manta BKB on the Gyrocopter, but that IO, he can't really protect himself versus an overgrowth with a Crystallized Weaver hitting him.
And with the Weaver sort of TPing in first, maybe just sort of throwing out the bugs, you can sort of spook the Gyro into using the Manta early before that blink comes in from the Treant.
He wasn't able to get there in time. They're still too speedy with the tether. It was close though.
They've got to be careful. Do get that. That is going to be another tower here, take one Na'Vi, then they come back in. They don't back all the way off. And there is the overgrowth. There's the death of the IO. Naive, he has got a BKB and will go for the BKB TP out as he does manage to escape.
if Chu, man, like the Treant, sometimes it looks like he's gonna get that that little extra root there, but not near any trees. Good place to BKB TP, as now they just have a natural push going in on that top lane.
They're shoving in. There's a buyback available on Solar. No buyback on the IO. And even if you are buying back, you're still buying back into a lineup that has Black Hole, has Supernova available. It's a very hard push to stop. There's now Zayats. He's got the ability to buy back in. Trying to protect the buyback of the Pugna. There's Na'Vi chipping away at the barracks from the low ground. Azart
kills the missile.
Getting the siege going. How do you jump into this as NoPangolier? It's just incredibly hard to do so. They've got every single answer. You commit, you initiate with the Shaman, with the Legion. They're absolutely going to die. And anyone else that sort of follows them in, they're going to get caught out by the Black Hole as well.
Slayer has to get tethered up, gets healed, so he doesn't die to that assassinate. But yeah, committing forward onto this front line
you
Aegis.
Can't jump this sniper.
It's way too difficult. They have like everything available. It's so hard here for NoPangolier. They're actually just going to go for relocate play. They don't actually want to take this fight. They send themselves up top with the Shadow Shaman. They have this Ags Serpent Wards.
Okay. And with the wave pushing the bot, they do have the backdoor takedown. They're going with the Black Hole, though, and they've lost 2-3 heroes in the base. So they may get that top racks. I think the wards actually should be able to finish off that melee barracks. But they've lost top themselves.
Mids
the buybacks
also
are coming out. They've got to do something to stop this. The multiple, triple buybacks coming out from NoPangolier. They know that there's no Black Hole. There is still a Supernova ready on Seneko. Quick blink out from the Enigma. Ghostic tries to find an opening, but quickly Chu turns, gets the root, and the damage coming out from the sniper from a distance, bringing Ghostic down low. It will be decrepified. The Assassinate connects, won't kill it. But Na'Vi get themselves the mid-tier 3 tower as well. So a very costly defense so far from NoPangolier. Arc just throwing away his life here as he has that Aegis. Supernova down, they jump in, looking towards Naive, but he has the Manta to remove the Malefice. He's going to be fine for now. Na'Vi, do they want to continue to push? Looks like they'll back off with their 2 ultimates. Their 3 sort of big team fight ultimates unavailable. And sure, you know, NoPangolier, they were able to make the cute play of getting that, the racks trade, getting the top set of racks with the Aghanims relocate with the Serpent Wards. But they had to use so many buybacks to hold. They're still very far behind. Na'Vi with 19k. You can see NoPangolier now desperately trying to make something happen whilst these ults are down. But it's still so hard as they're 20,000 network behind.
If they didn't lose the 3 heroes to like that big combo that came out, it would have been an excellent trade for them.
But it was, losing 3 heroes like that and having to buy back, that's a very costly defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a clever move though, being able to do that with the Shadow Shaman. It's something you don't really expect too much. With that tether talent, of course, on that Shadow Shaman. Did seem like that was like their best situation. Like we were saying, fighting into that Aegis cheese just was feeling way too difficult, so they tried to do some cheeky play. At least they get something out of it rather than nothing. Seneko level 20 now on this Phoenix, having an excellent time. Now the far commit forwards with that Icarus dive, they can get so much information. And we've just been seeing it time and time again. These team fights. And the 10 dual damage for Seneko. And the 10 dual damage for Ghostic. Unable to find any successful ones. And Chu, of course,
he's got his 10 damage too.
He does. Yeah, Ghostic got... I mean, Ghostic after having that incredible start, right? In that lane phase, just
it's been a painful game. Yeah, it has. He's just not been able to make the jumps happen with the Legion. It's... I mean, I think that, if anything, just goes to show how hard of a draft it's been sort of picked into. It's... Because he did have a good time at the start. He had a good, showing in the lane. But as the game sort of developed, what can you do as the Legion Commander? And this is why we do not see a lot of Legion Commander being picked.
Yeah, just dying so many times right before that Blade Mail was finished. It's missing out on a couple of situations. As Na'Vi, they control the map, getting themselves a bit more farm here. 21k gold lead. Do have a Hex now finished up on the Pugna, so they can try to get those catches to kill people. But still been looking so difficult, and especially now, with, like you mentioned earlier, with that Phoenix having that Aghanims, he can definitely go for the saves. And they've already had a couple situations where Lincoln's...
They've got the refresher complete on the Enigma.
Already.
Double Black Hole, double BKB.
Ouch. No way of stopping it.
It is really getting to the territory where it is going to have to be a Rapier Gyro that sort of swings this game around.
Yeah, something miraculous.
They need something crazy like that. They need the big damage.
And Lincoln's also for the sniper, so they're just doubling down to protect to make sure no one can actually get dueled anyway.
See what Blizzy can do.
Ooh, shoot, Blink's forward. They spot him, they know.
He is starting it off, but he is going to get hexed. Straight away, Ghostic jumps in, goes for the duel. The black hole, Blizzy!
Oh
He
my
gets
God.
all four! Blizzy comes in with the black hole. There's the second to clean it all up as GG is cool. Just like that, Chu once again going in, getting the vision, drawing the attention of NoPangolier, and no hesitation there from Blizzy as he's immediately in on top of them. One black hole for the four of them, and then there was one little lad left. He's got the second black hole ready for him. Every single one of them taken down. Na'Vi, they're drawing the series to a game 3, and that game 2, they looked very hot indeed. Perfect draft, and very impressive team play. As you said, a sort of again, a repeat of what we saw them do so well against Secret yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, this last pick sniper for me was really the key thing for me. Sure, I mean, all the overbearing team fight, but having this sniper to rely on to be able to throw that damage from a distance and even giving like the vision inside of that Roche pit. If they didn't have these shrapnels constantly irritating for them to go for that Roche, it could have been a different scenario. That was really well executed by Na'Vi, and they're showing their Tree Phoenix is really damn scary.
I think you've certainly got to consider this in the draft in terms of taking this away from them, as Na'Vi are looking indeed very, very strong with this collection of sort of supporting heroes that we've seen here from Seneko and Chu. We'll see what the answer is going to be in Game 3 from NoPangolier, as I say, it stands at the moment 1-1. Both teams one game away from making it to the grand finals here at the Maincast Autumn Brawl. Don't go anywhere, we'll send you back to the panel to hear their opinions of this Game 2 victory for Na'Vi.